March 11, 2021 is the Virtual Family Caregiver Day at the Capitol, where family caregivers, friends, and supporters can learn more about current issues, policy, and resources for caregiving in Arizona. And joining me today is Barbara Kavanaugh of the Arizona Myeloma and Cancer Caregivers, and Yulta, did I say it right?
Yes.
Yulta of the Arizona Caregivers. So good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good morning to you.
And Barbara, you've been here a lot with us that
Yes.
we appreciate, because you know how important caregiving is, especially with cancer patients. But it's not just about cancer patients, it's about caregiving to everyone who needs to be taken care of.
And I think what's important too, Brad, is that, Utah and I have, collaborated on the phone and in person, because we know that together we can do so much more for all the caregivers out there. And I'm really excited about the event coming up, which she'll tell you about, because it's not only recognizing that caregivers have a very special role, but also that there is really good resources out there for them.
Important.
So it's important.
And let's talk about who are caregivers. I think some people think our first responders are, our nurses and stuff. Yes, those are our caregivers there in the hospital, but we're talking about caregivers that go into people's homes or who are there assisting in a different manner. Am I right?
You're right, but we're also talking about family members. And so we really primarily support family caregivers. So often it's a spouse, it could be the child or an aunt or a cousin. And that is one of the difficulties, that people will say, oh, well, it's my husband I'm caring for, or it's my dad I'm caring for. And then we try to explain, but you as a caregiver, you also need support, and we're here to help you.
Yeah, and I see how you said that. It's my husband, we took those vows, it's my children, it's my parents and everything, but they gotta really it sounds kind of sad, but they gotta separate themselves a little bit so they can get that support from a group like you two.
Yeah, but there are also a lot of really other important resources that we try and connect them up with, and that's also important because different people need different things.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we try, and again, by communicating and by sharing our information and resources, we both have, information on our websites. We try to make it as easy for people, especially now during COVID. People are even more isolated, and we were just talking together because we haven't had a chance to see one another. I said, gee, it's so exciting,
We're finally meeting.
Yeah.
And March 11th is very important, and that, as you just said, you guys are having people come down to learn more about policies and different things. Tell me a little bit about what's going to happen March 11th.
So this year it's a virtual event, of course, right? Normally we do meet at the Capitol, and we share information with family caregivers and some professionals about resources, new issues, new policies. For example, this year there are some new policies for how caregivers are supposed to get information during a hospital discharge.
Yeah.
Okay? And we're trying to actually get some input from the family caregivers to help us recognize what are their needs and how can we help them further.
Yeah, and there are new policies going on. We have the stimulus check information going on that people don't understand. The taxes, they've done a lot of different things for caregiving. And insurance, that's the one thing that people are trying to figure out a little bit too, because again, you're caring for somebody, and am I on their insurance, not on their insurance? It's very confusing there. So this is so important, March 11th. And what's great is that it's virtual, which you guys are kind of new to. Everyone's kind of new, but you think it should draw in more people because some people couldn't get down there because they were doing caretaking at home. So this is going to be an opportunity for them to sit with everybody, which is really nice.
Right, and that's a good point. So we hope this year to reach more caregivers throughout the state of Arizona who will be able to hopefully log into our virtual event. And then, as Barbara said, we have a number of other supporters. We work closely with DES, one of our state agencies, but also area agencies on aging, AARP, and some organizations that maintain adult day centers.
So I love it. All right, the information's right on the screen there we just had, and of course we'll have it on AZTV7, but it's March 11th. Please check it out. Please go sign up now. Please go find out more how you can be helped out.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate it.